guys. Today, we're gonna be talking about Boruto chapter 34. I know it's been a very long time ever since I've made a video. I don't know what's just gotten to me. I just really haven't been feeling it for these, I don't know, these last few weeks. And plus, on top of that, I got like copyright struck. Where the previous video came out a couple weeks ago, and that really just messed up my mood for doing YouTube. So, you know, I'm getting back into the role now, so, you know, just try to bear with me. I appreciate you guys for still supporting me, even though I have not been making videos like talking about. I really do appreciate that. So anyways, let's get into Boruto chapter 34. With this chapter, it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was like a 10 out of 10 to say, but I guess I'll rate it around a good 8. I guess a good 8 at best. Because only problem with this is probably with Delta maybe, and maybe also because this is unofficial translation, like, you know, Koji speaking about Naruto and Jigen and all that. There's just like a couple problems like that I have with, so, you know, let's just get into that. So with, you know, with resuming from the previous chapter, we see that, you know, Delta got defeated by Naruto, and with that, Naruto is saying like, it's a good thing I did not kill her yet and all that, you know. And then Kawaku is basically trying to fuss him out, like, why didn't you just take her out? Because, you know, this was Sasuke. Sasuke would have immediately took out Delta with like no hesitation. Because he, you know, Sasuke told Naruto before that he's pretty soft. He'll just let the enemy live, you know, because Naruto's trying to question Delta. But of course, you know, she self-destructed afterwards because, you know, she's a robot. And after that, of course, we see that it goes back to the lab with Amando, I think. Yeah, it goes back to the lab with Amando, and, you know, there's multiple Deltas sitting inside these little capsules with that. So, you know, Delta clearly isn't human, because we're seeing she's clearly some sort of robot, because she did self-destructed herself, and then she went back to the base with her little drone and came back to life inside her, you know, inside another body sitting inside the capsule that Amando already prepared. But yeah, going back to the Kona part before it got to the, you know, Delta going inside the capsule, we see that Kashin Koji pops up. After all these chapters, I forgot how it's been. I think it's been 4 months ever since we seen Kashin Koji. I kind of low-key forgot last time we seen Kashin Koji, but we finally get to see him again, and he speaks upon Naruto. With this little fight against, you know, Delta versus Naruto, Kashin Koji is talking about, this is an unofficial translation, so if it is, you know, a wrong translation, I'm kind of sorry about that. So if you try to like correct me in the comments, this is why. But going off from me reading it, basically he's saying that Naruto isn't as powerful as Jigen, just going off from seeing all this, and that, you know, without the karma, like pretty much Naruto cannot beat him. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, Naruto definitely has not gone full powered. Naruto is still suppressing himself because he's inside Konoha. He hasn't gone all out with, you know, the Kurama avatar and all that. Kashin Koji has not even seen him do that yet, because, you know, Kashin Koji's only seen a small percentage of what Naruto can actually do. And even Naruto was admitting inside, I think, the previous chapter, that he's still, you know, suppressing himself when he was fighting his Delta previously in the other chapters. And once he finally took her out, that was even, I would even call that his full power yet. I still say he's still partly suppressing himself, even with that huge Rasengan. Because he could have easily pulled out a Rasen Shuriken and killed Delta right there. Kind of like how, you know, I think base stage of 6 paths, Naruto took out Jubi Madara. He could have done that to Delta. That would have killed her, even though she could have just, self-destructed and then just go to another body. But I'm just saying, Naruto wasn't even going out until the previous chapter, so for Kashin Koji to even say that, I wouldn't even take that too seriously. Even though he was saying that, since Boruto has the Karma Cell, he's pretty much has like the matchup against Jigen, the best matchup. Because he's saying because Naruto doesn't have it, that's why he can't beat him. Which, like I said, that's a little iffy. I would take that with a grain of salt, to be honest. That's just me though. Alright, so the next part of the chapter is when we see Kawaki in the bed, we see Katatsuki, Naruto, and Boruto all around him. And then basically Katatsuki is talking about pretty much trying to repair his hand and put a new one on. Well, repaired his arm. I think he's like put the connections in or something like that. And he's trying to get him a new hand and all that. And he's saying that with the technology he has right now, he isn't really able to quite fix him. But then, Naruto is also talking about, say, hey, won't you, take my prosthetic hand? Because you have a bunch of prototypes in that. And Katsuki is saying something about, it takes like the chakra signature for it to work. So trying to put that on Kawaki is not gonna work because it's not Naruto's chakra. And once Naruto is kind of like ignoring him because he's like, let me see some real quick. And then Naruto pretty much snapped that thing on to Kawaki and he put his own chakra in it, which is actually really clever. Even as smart as Katatsuki is, he didn't even think of that, which is actually really smart of Naruto on his part. Naruto is lobbing his own chakra to, get Kawaki's arm to be moving. Now, he did tell Kawaki, as he's lobbing chakra for his arm, he can only do it while, Naruto's awake, which is, he says pretty much around a Shadow Clone level worth of chakra, which is doing it kind of 24/7, so you can imagine that's just a little bit of chakra compared to what Naruto can really lob out. Naruto has really huge reserves, so like a Shadow Clone's worth of chakra, going up to Kawaki's hand every day is really not a problem for Naruto, so I don't really see too much of a problem with that. And what, Kawaki is basically telling Naruto, like, Kawaki is like, why are you doing this for me? Like, I caused all this stuff for you. And that's when, of course, Naruto, he's talking about, you helped save me and Hima. So, this is like a way of paying you back. But at the same time, Kawaki's trying to, like, go back on Naruto. He's trying to, like, tell him, like, well, I'm the dude who caused this in the first place. If it wasn't for me, Kara wouldn't be coming after you guys in the first place. But you know how generous Naruto is, like, he's basically saying, this is my way of paying you back. We both helped out each other, and like I said, Kawaki saved Hima, and of course, Naruto was like saving the rest of them. So, like I said, I think it's equal exchange in the most part. To be honest, I think it's equal exchange because without them helping each other, I don't think they could have made it through fighting with Delta. If Delta's beam would have hit Naruto head on, that would have really stopped a lot of his regeneration. So it was a good thing for Kawaki to hop up in front of Naruto and Hima. So after all that, that's when we get to see, Delta. She comes back with a drone. She goes back to Amando and she goes back into one of her other bodies, which, like I said, goes back into other bodies, which I said earlier. I said Delta is definitely a robot because there's no way you can self-destruct yourself and then you can just go back into a different body. So she's clearly a robot. Yeah, and with that, Delta, once she came out and went into her body, her new body, she was just extremely pissed off. She just straight up slapped that capsule, which was, I was actually kind of rolling when I read that part. With that part, Armando is basically confronting her with that and saying you always have to like knock that off every single time. And then as she kept on walking down the hallway, that's when I think his name is Boru. yeah, Boru was basically talking to her. He's like in his hologram form. And he was saying, like, he was basically telling her, oh, look, you took an L. And that's when she got, like, super pissed off and kicked the wall. Which, you know, like I said, he's a hologram. So, I mean, really ain't gonna do nothing anyway. So, and that's when, of course, she went to the other room with the, you know, the other Kara members. I don't really know that Kara member's name. I don't know if they really revealed his name in the manga. But pretty much she was saying that, you know, me and Boru is gonna take down Naruto since you're too weak to take him down. And of course, you already know Delta is really salty about that. You saw how salty she was. She was just straight up getting pissed off, saying like, I'm gonna kill Naruto. And all that, and like I said, she was just real pissed, which was kind of having me rolling. Like I said, how pissed off Delta is. She's like super salty that Naruto defeated her. Of course, Jigen was confronting Delta on this. He's saying, "Why didn't you leave Kashin Koji to do this?" He was asking you like, "Where is he?" And she told him like he's still concealed inside Konoha, still like spying on Kawaki, keeping watch over him, which is kind of a smart thing to do. You don't want to like go out and, you know, just leave Kawaki. You want to keep a good eye on him, which is, you know, that's what Kashin Koji is good at doing. Because, you know, he's an assassin. Kashin Koji is, you know, made to be hidden and just watch from a distance. And of course, we already know Delta, she was telling Jigen that, you know, of course my intent was to like kill them and just straight up take Kawaki. But that's when Kashin Koji was telling him to stay back so you can gather intel on them, which I think that's a really smart thing to do. I'd rather gain intel than just immediately kill them, which, like I said, I think that's really smart to gain knowledge on the enemy instead of just straight up doing that. Because you already saw how it went down. Delta got her, she got folded really badly because she went in so impulsively and didn't want to listen to Kashin Koji and stay back in the outside of Konoha. She wanted to come in and rush it and do it her own way, and look what happened. She got defeated. So she definitely was being impulsive and did not listen. That's why Kashin Koji is just sitting back and carefully watching Kawaki, waiting for that right time, gathering up information. But Delta also told Jigen about, you know, Boruto's Karma Cell. Like, she was telling him that there's other Karma Cell users other than just, you know, Kawaki and of course, you know, Jigen. Is Boruto. Boruto is the other Karma Cell user. With him, like I said, she said that, you know, Boruto is also a Karma Cell user too, because she saw Kawaki syncing with Boruto and both the Karmas were syncing together. And she was confirming that it's definitely a Karma Cell. And, you know, Jigen's basically saying like, I thought Naruto or Sasuke actually got the Karma Cell, but no. She was basically correcting him on that. It's actually Boruto who got the Karma Cell. And Jigen kind of went like in quotes, and like, I'm reading the manga as I'm doing this. He said, "This is unexpected news that damn Momoshiki left it behind on the verge of death." So he basically knows Momoshiki. He has some sort of relationship with them, which is more explaining with how Jigen might be an alien after all. The way Kara is going, it looks like they're working with Utsutsukis, because we see that the Kara, they have Karma Cells on them, and we see that, you know, Momoshiki must have known Jigen before he died. So they must have been working together somehow, some way, which is really opening up new doors. So that's actually quite interesting when I saw this statement. So with this next part is when, you know, Boruto, Kawaki, and Naruto are together inside the, I think it's the Hokage office, and Kawaki's talking to Naruto about, you know, why did she save me and all that. Like I said earlier, previously, like, why did you save me and all that? You didn't really have to do this for me. And Naruto is basically saying like, hey, it's no problem, man. you saved me and Hima, so like I said, me giving you a little bit of chakra is really nothing compared to that. Which is, you know, Naruto, it's his way of showing gratitude to him. And you know, Kawaki is also talking about like, hey, I don't really know how to do all this ninjutsu stuff. Won't you, like, can you be my teacher? And of course that's when, you know, Naruto is saying like, yeah, of course you can be my student. And you know, Boruto is always pop up in there. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be stronger than you. You know, it's just a, you know, normal rivalry and all that. Like, so it's just good stuff to see like that. Just them being like little rivalries and all that. Then of course after that, it had like its little slice of life moment, which I'm not really gonna get into. I'm not gonna say it's not important, but it wasn't really all that important to me, to be honest, for me to talk about. But yeah. That was a really nice moment, but move on to the next part. That's when we see Kawaki. He's pretty much, you know, gluing together Hima's boss. And it looks like he's going through flashbacks. It looks like they've been training because it's, you know, looks like they were sparring and all that. You know, it's just going through flashbacks. And with this chapter, you can really see Kawaki's development. Because you could see that many chapters ago, it's probably like chapter 26 or 28, something like that. You saw how like unapologetic Kawaki was when he broke Hima's vase. But now that you look at it, Kawaki's taking his time out of his day, taking some glue, took it out that pissy bag that Boruto and Kawaki pissed on. I think they pissed on it. And he's taking his time to glue it back. Trying to redeem himself and help out Hima. And like I said, you can just see how much character development Kawaki has had ever since then. So, like I said, ever since they first met to now, it's a lot of character development. He's definitely progressing. He's getting better. So, like I said, that's why I really like Kawaki's character. And with the last part, we see that, you know, once Kawaki glued it together, he tried to put water inside of it. Kawaki's like, yeah, I missed a piece because it, you know, it was leaking, of course. Of course, like I said, now the next part, of course, you know, Kawaki's trying to put water inside the vase after he glued it up. And he noticed that he's missing a piece because it's leaking. And that's when he's like, yeah, I probably left that, left a piece behind or something like that. Kawaki trying to like walk away because, you know, Naruto is sleeping inside his bed, and you know, Kawaki, he's still up. He's just trying to put back together that boss for Hima. And that's when he tries to get up and walks away, and we see Kurama pop up, which actually that kind of low-key surprised me. I was not expecting to see Kurama pop out and tell him like, hey, don't you go walking away, boy. And this is basically how he's going. That actually surprised me, to be honest. So says next chapter we're going to be seeing what Kurama's going to be doing and talking to Kawaki about. So yeah, that's pretty much all the chapter today. Like I said, today is a pretty darn good chapter if you ask me. I liked it, to be honest. But yeah, tell me you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Also, I have a Discord if you want to join it. It's kind of dead, but you know, you can join it if you want. Also, you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe. Also, like this video, support your boy. But anyways, it's been your boy D Balboa. I'm out.